So, hello everyone. I want to welcome you all for this orientation session for diploma on the programming part. So, we'll be taking questions as well as we'll describe our courses also. So, we can wait for some time so that people join. So, you can also raise your hand if you have immediate questions. Somebody already raised his hand, right? Jai Prakash, you have a question? Jay Prakash, we are having a question. Yes, Jay Prakash, if you have a question, please go on.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm Joy Prakash Kormakar from Bangladesh. Sorry for interruption. From my country, we cannot pay more than 300 US dollar at a time to take structure and algorithm plus DBMS and modern app development one theory. We need to pay more than $300. Last time, your team agreed that I can pay separately by IITM pay system. I pay this pay in this system for this term?
Yeah, Jay Prakash, I can understand. The problem is this is a technical query session, so we won't be able to help you. So you need to write to support, and I think as well like from support also there will be an orientation session. So best way you can do it like you can write a mail to support team.
I wrote, sir. Actually, they told me that it is accepted, and but they did not mention any meeting link or the way how can I register actually.
Okay,
They wrote we can accept this. You can make the payment as per your guideline, but I have no guideline actually.
okay, okay. Sri Krishna, can I help anyway? Any suggestion from your side?
Yeah. So there will be a registration date. You might have already found a mail that says that on 8th they will start the registration. So for that, they will provide you an email on that day and before that day also. So try
Okay,
to
sir.
join that meet, and then clarify your doubts there. Okay, they will help
Sure.
you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. That was my query. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jay Prakash. Hope it is solved. So, thank you, Sri Krishna. So, anybody, any question next? Okay, if there is no question, if I have some time, I can share some idea about what you are going to do in the Java um course, which actually named as a programming concepts using Java. So, let me fetch my screen on it. Okay, so can you see it?
Yes, sir.
It's a full screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So just a brief idea like what we'll be doing in this. So Professor Madhavan Mukund will be the um, course faculty, So along with me, myself, Arup, Bhaskar and Kubra, we are the course instructors. So it's a 12-week course, as you know. Like the first week will be dedicated on some programming concepts. So where we discuss the type of programming approaches, imperative, then declarative, then typing system, dynamic, static, then different memory models, memory management used for doing the programming. Then the week one starts ends with the object oriented concepts of classes and object. Then week two we starts with the basic Java programming, like understanding the data types, control flow, right? The conditions, looping statement, input, output, etc. Week three, we go more in depth into object orientation. We discuss um, inheritance, the dynamic dispatcher, polymorphism, etc. Then week four, we'll follow more into the object orientation, like abstract classes, interfaces, different use of abstract classes, right? Sorry, interfaces. Then week five, we have we'll start with a bit of polymorphism, but actually we'll dive into something called as a generic programming, right? So we'll learn generic programming, that is the main which will be covered in week 5. Week 6 we'll learn about Java collection frameworks. Week 7, different way to do the error handling in Java. So we are having the exception handling techniques like using try catch, then assertions, logging. Along with that, we'll also understand the concept of packages in Java. Week 8, we are having some other concepts like cloning, type inferencing, then higher order functions, kind of a lambda function concept, then streams. Then week 9, we have extension of the streams like optional type, collection results from streams, input output streams. So these are all extension of streams. Then we end up with something called as a serialization. Week 10 and 11 dedicated for the concurrent programming, the threads, Java threads. So in week 10, we have basic concepts like race condition, mutual exclusion, test set, monitor. So which are basically the theoretical concept um, about what we can achieve using the threads and what are the problems we can face whenever we use the threads concurrency or concurrent programming and how we can solve them. Week 11 more on the implementation of the threads, how to achieve the concurrent programming and also how to run a program in a thread safe manner, right? In a synchronized manner. In 11, we'll also understand what are thread safe collections. Week 12, we'll have some introduction to the graphical user interfaces, some concept of swing, etc. So that's the 12-week contents we have. Now, weekly assignments we have. Every week we'll have the objective type questions like um, as you have done like MSQ and MCQs. And there are few weeks like week 2 to 8, we are having programming assignments too. The quizzes and end terms, there are two quizzes and the end term. Along with there will be two OPPE exams, the Proctor exams, programming online programming exams, right? So just remember there will be one exception from the previous terms at the form of OPE. Previously we used to have a 1.5 hour OPE for Java. This time we are going to have a 2 hours OPE, right? So this is the overall description of the Java course what we have, right? So if you have some question or something you can ask, or anything else also, any query. From instructor side, anybody wants to introduce their courses, like just wants to give a brief about the course?
Yes, yes, sir. PDSA. One second.
Yeah, Atul, please.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone. So this is regarding the PDSA course. So on the diploma level, the code is CS2002. This is also a 4 credit course, and there is no prerequisite for this. Only this is the diploma level course. So foundation should be complete. And this is a 12-week course. Professor is Madhavan Mukund sir. You have already seen in the previous foundation courses. He's director of CMI, and we are the course instructor, me Atul Pratap Singh and Satyanarayan sir, and we have one more, Manidipa. So those who will conduct the live session and those who will support during the course. And regarding the content, we have the content, week wise content. So this is the week wise distribution of the content. So first week we are only recapping the Python concept, because you have already done the Python course in the foundation level. Now this week we are only recapping the basic concept which is required for this course, okay, like classes, object oriented things, basic regarding the basic complexity, why this efficiency is required. Okay, so what are the impact of that? So basic things are covered in the week one. After that, from week two onwards, the main content is started for DSA course, and that is one, and algorithm analysis. So week two we are covering the main uh, things about the complexity and notation. So how we can compare the algorithms, so how we can represent the time efficiency, and what is the complexity. And we will start with the searching algorithms. So what are the searching algorithms we use, and after that we will start the sorting algorithms, and we will also compare the algorithms in the terms of complexity or efficiency. And week three, we will again start with the remaining one quick sort algorithms, so one sorting algorithms. And after that, we will start the basic data structures which we used in the Python. And that is just like a list. And NumPy you have already seen in the Python course. And some other similar concept is array. Okay, and one is linked list, hashing, stack, queue. So these are very basic data structures for any like DSA course, which you can use as a like data structures. So after that we will start with some advanced data structure like graph. And okay, so in graph we are covering in the 2 weeks these content. So first week 4 we will cover the basic graph representation, and then traversal algorithms, BFS and DFS. After that we will discuss the topological sorting algorithm, and longest path in directed acyclic graph DAG. Okay, and in week 5, we will see more advanced algorithms related to the graph. So that is shortest path algorithm. So we will discuss 3 algorithms for the shortest path: algorithm, Ford, and Bellman-Ford algorithm, and Floyd-Warshall algorithm. And after that, we will see the minimum spanning tree, and we will discuss the 2 algorithm for that: Prim's algorithm and Kruskal algorithms. Okay, so these 2 weeks are covering the all important algorithms related to the graph. And after that we will discuss in the week 6 we will start the tree concept, and before that we will discuss some improved version using union find data structure for Kruskal algorithms, these algorithms. And then we will discuss the data structure like tree, heap, binary search tree in the week 6. And then week 7, from week 7 onwards we will discuss about the algorithm design techniques. We will start with the AVL tree, that is the part of the week 6 binary search tree, how we can make the balanced binary search tree. And then we will start the algorithm design techniques. Okay, so that are greedy algorithms, and we will understand these algorithm design techniques with the help of some nice examples. So next is week 8 is divide and conquer algorithms, and week 9 is dynamic programming. That is very important. Okay, and there's no content in week 10. So week 10 is just like a refresher week, and week 11 is the complexity classes. So, and here we will discuss some basic main important content. So that is linear programming, network flow, and then complexity classes. So week 12 is also there. We will release this week 12, but this content is not the part of the syllabus, okay, of the course. That will not come in any exam. Okay, so this is just like a extra content which you can see later also. Okay, so this is the overall syllabus for PDSA. And if you see about the evaluation part, so what we will provide from our side, so that are actually assignments. So like a other assignment which you have already seen in the Python course, you will see the 2 types of assignment, like quiz assignment and programming assignment from week 1. Okay, So every week you will get a quiz assignment and like programming assignments, and both type graded assignment as well as the practice assignments. And after week 4 you will have a quiz 1 exam. So the syllabus for quiz 1 exam is week 1 to week 4, and after that you will have a one quiz 2 exam. So the syllabus for that is till week 8. Okay. So this is grading policy. You can just quickly see what are the component of the exam. Yeah. So quiz 1 you have till week 4. After that quiz 2 you have till week 8. After that end term exam is there. So that is the complete final exam. This course also has a one OPP exam. Okay. So that OPP exam has the like weightage of 20% marks. Okay. You can see this part. Okay. 20% weightage this OPP has, but there is no separate passing criteria for this OPP exam in this course. Okay. So after week 9 or week 10 this OPP exam will be conducted, and that will contain the syllabus of till week 9, and that has the weightage of 20% in the over final score, but no separate passing criteria for this. But for this OPP eligibility you have this very important criteria. You can see you cannot miss any of the GRP assignment from week 2 to week 8. Okay. If you missed any of the GRP assignment, so means every week GRP average score should be greater than equal to 40. So how much GRP you are getting in every week 3 or 4? Average should be greater than equal to 40 in every week from A to A, week 8, week 2 to week 8. So do not miss any GRP. So this is very critical. Okay. So this is one criteria. Then you can only attempt the OPP exam. Otherwise you have to miss. So this is one important things, and this is regarding the exam. Yeah, we will provide the live session, the support live session for that. One mainly the concept session, and one is the coding session. Apart from that, we will also provide the TA session, 3-4 TA session. So means every day you will get one session in weekdays. And this is the weightage calculation. You will see this grading document in the latest grading document. This is the previous one, but that is the same. And other than this, we will also provide live coding problems and activity assignments in every weeks we have. And generally we take the bonus marks for the activity assignment, so do not miss that also. Okay. And yeah, that's all about this PDSA course. If you have any query, then you can ask. If anyone have any query in this course, you can ask. Otherwise, we can move to the next course. Pius, do you want?
Yeah. Okay, I guess we can move to next. Yeah. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes, Piyush, it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Uh, yeah. So hello everyone. I am Piyush Vairade. I'm the course instructor for a DBMS course. So we'll quickly go through what we are going to learn in this DBMS course. Okay. So the faculty is Professor Partha Pratim Das. He's a professor from CSE department at IIT Kharagpur, and currently working as a director at Ashoka University, right? Director of data science department. Okay. So this is a textbook that we are going to refer throughout the course, database management system by Silberstadt and Core. So you can refer to this textbook. And the course outline is basically, you can see in the week 1 is just a course overview, introduction to a database. So we are going to discuss how this database is evolved, right? History of the database and the comparison between the file system and what we are going to use now, right? Then in week 2 and week 3 is basically SQL. So it's very important topic. If you see, look at data science or even the programming side, SQL is very, very important. So in week 2, we are going to start with the introduction to relation model, and then we'll discuss about the basic of SQL. Okay. So how to create table, what are the constraints, what are the different data types we have in SQL, right? So all those things we are going to discuss in week 2.
Week 3 is basically advanced, or we can say intermediate SQL. So here we are going to deal with the subquery part, right? Aggregate functions, group by clause, and also we are going to discuss views, triggers, functions, and procedures, right? So all those things regarding the SQL we are going to discuss in week 2 and week 3 here. And also we have a OP, that is online proctored exam for DBMS, and in that also we have this SQL part. So we'll discuss more about the OP in the further slides, but this is a course outline we have for the first 3 weeks. In the week 4, we have formal relation query language. So basically, we are going to deal with relational algebra and relation calculus part, that is TRC and DRC. And then we have ER diagram, okay, entity relationship model. So before SQL, what we have used, that is relational query language. That is what we are going to discuss. Then ER a model here, right? So this is where we are going to start with our database design concept here. Okay, from week 4 onwards. Week 2 and week 3 is basically SQL. Week 4, 5, 6 is deals with database design concept here. So in the week 4, we'll discuss about ER diagram, and then we'll move on to a week 5. Here we are going to discuss about relational database design here. Right? What is functional dependency concept? How to decompose the table to get the required normal form. So all these things we are going to discuss in week 5 and week 6. Again, week 5, week 6 is very, very important. If you look at the quiz 2, end term, or even if you see any competitive exam, UGC NET or GATE exam. So week 5, week 6 is very important. You can see almost 1 or 2 questions in every competitive exam from this particular topic whenever there is a DBMS course, okay, DBMS subject. So even though we also focus on these 2 weeks more on week in quiz 2 and end term exam, okay. So focus more on week 5, week 6. Then we have week 7, that is web fundamentals and Python database connectivity. Again, very important topic. So up till now, what we have what we have done, like we use SQL editor to run the SQL query, right? But here in week 7, we have to connect a database using Python, and then we have to run some query. And whatever the output we are going to get using a SQL query, we have to do some manipulation using Python. Okay. So this is what we are going to learn in week 7. Then in week 8, we are going to deal with the basic of data structures part. So whatever you have learned in PDSA course, or you are going to learn in PDSA course, that will be very useful in a week 8 here. Okay. So we are going to discuss about storage and file structure and magnetic disk here. Then week 9 deals with the indexing and hashing. So how actually data gets stored, right? What is indexing? What is hashing? So this is what we are going to discuss in week 9 here. Then week 10 is basically about transaction part. So here we are going to discuss very important concept of transaction, serializability, recoverability, right? What is concurrency control? So all this topic we are going to discuss in week 10 here. Then we have week 11, that is deals with backup and recovery part. So what are different techniques we have in database for like if we follow that, how we can recover, how we can back up the database. So that is what we are going to discuss in week 11. And week 12 is about the optimization part, right? So what we have learned in week 2, week 3 is basically SQL. So how we can optimize our SQL query. So that is what we are going to focus in week 12, along with query processing part here. Okay. So this is the week 1 to 12 syllabus you can see. Okay. And then about the assessment part, this is about the syllabus. This is what we are going to cover. Then in weekly assessment, you can see objective type question, that is basically week 1 to 12. So all the 12 weeks have objective assignments, practice and graded. Week 2 and week 3 will have SQL query based questions. So there's a programming assignment will be there. And in week 7 also there will be programming assignment based on Python database connectivity. Okay. About the quiz and end term, so we have quiz 1, quiz 2 and end term exam here. Quiz 1 syllabus is week 1 to 4, quiz 2 is week 1 to 8, but we focus more on week 5 to 8, and end term is basically week 1 to 12 only. Okay, so we'll discuss, we'll share more detail in the course run about the quiz and end term exam here. Okay, so also we have OPE exam, online proctored exam. So we'll share the grading pattern and how OPE exam happens. But here there is a change from the previous term. This time we have 2 hours OP, so you can expect a different exam pattern here in this particular term. So we'll share the details about that, okay, at the start of the term. So don't worry about that. So OP will also consist of week 2, 3, and week 7. Okay. Then we have software requirements. So basically, we are going to use PostgreSQL as our database system. So we generally prefer version 14 and above. So you have to install this PostgreSQL in your system, and along with that, you have to install pgadmin. So we are going to use this pgadmin tool for a practice purpose. Okay. So this is about the requirement, and the rest will share all the details how to install this PostgreSQL and how to load the database into this pgadmin. So we are going to share a detail about that. Okay. So this is about the DBMS course and assessment. Okay. Any questions regarding DBMS course? Anyone regarding OP or any quizzes? Okay. I can. Okay. Any question? Anyone? Okay. I guess this thing is clear. Yeah. If we don't have any question, we can move to our next course. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Anyone from MAD 1, MAD 2 team?
Yeah,
Hello.
Piyush, I'm here.
Okay, okay, Shivani.
Yes, it's an answer. Go ahead.
No,
Yes,
no,
sir,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Good, good.
Okay, I will first share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes,
Hello
ma'am.
everyone, I'm Shivani Verma. I'm course instructor for MAD1. Along with me, we have Adarsh sir, Satyanarayan sir, Aditya and Shri Krishna as course instructors for MAD1. Okay, so here this is the course dashboard for MAD1. Here we have 12 weeks. I will go through them one by one. Then we have various components over here, like we have lab assignments, then we have quizzes. Okay, I will go through everything one by one. So in week one, it is basically a theoretical week. So it deals with what is an app, components of an app, client server and peer-to-peer architecture, software architecture. So basically introduction to the web. So this is going to be a theoretical week. So it has certain lectures. So basically, first of all, I will first give you the brief overview. So we will have professor sessions in the form of these lectures, which is there in the course dashboard and the screencast. Then we have live sessions taken by the course instructors. So here all the content which you will see in the dashboard is basically taken by professor, and we will have live sessions taken by instructors. So we will have so generally we have 2 sessions per week taken by instructors. First is AQPQ session. So generally we will be discussing the theoretical aspect of that week in this AQPQ session. It is planned on Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then we have open session. Generally we discuss the coding aspect or practical aspect of each week in this session. So we have this open session on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So this is regarding the instructor sessions. Apart from this, we have 3 TA sessions, which are planned basically on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then we have 2 doubt clearing sessions again taken by TAs on Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Okay, this is regarding the sessions. Now we will first see the weekly content. So as I already discussed, that week one basically deals with the theoretical aspect, that is the basics of app and architectures. Okay, so here you have certain lectures, then you will find some activity questions, then you have practice, then you have the screencast, certain tutorials, then you will have practice assignment and graded assignment. Okay, then in week 2, this week 2 deals with the basics of HTML and CSS, like markup, efficiency of encoding. Okay, then after that in week 3 we will see the basics of Jinja. Okay, usability heuristics, Then in week 4, we will see the basics of Flask, then little bit of SQL, ER diagrams. Okay, this we will see in week 4. Then from week 2, lab assignments will start. Okay, so we will come to that. Okay, so from week 2, lab assignments will start. We have total, in all, we have 6 lab assignments. Then in week 3, as I already discussed, it is related to Jinja. Then in week 4, we will see the basics of Flask. Okay, ER diagrams, little bit of SQL. Then in week 5, this is in this week, we will see Flask SQL Alchemy. Okay, this week is going to be very important. So till week 5, like most of the core requirements to the project are basically covered with the help of these 5 weeks. So these weeks 2, 3, 4, 5 are very important as far as your project is concerned. Okay, then in week 6, the week 6 deals with the API part. Okay, in week 7, we will see memory hierarchy, data search, all the things related to that. Okay, in week 8, we will see application front end, asynchronous updates, browser client operations. Okay, in week 9, we will see the access control security mechanism sessions. Okay, logging part. In week 10, this is basically this basically deals with the testing part. So we will, a little bit of theory is there. Then we will see PyTest. In week 11, again, this is a theoretical session. It has basically it is going to be mostly theoretical. Then in week 12, we will see regarding the basics of Git and version controlling. Okay, so this is regarding the weekly content. Okay, apart from that, you will find this mock unit. So before quiz 1 and quiz 2, we are going to release this mocks. Okay, this will help you, these are just sort of a practice assignments, so that you can just you can just take a look at this before just before the exam, so that you can practice for the exams for quiz 1 and quiz 2. Okay, then apart from that, you will find out the supplementary content section. So first, it has the lectures, PPT slides. These are the PPTs and slides which are taken by the professors, the sessions taken by the professors. For that, we have these lecture PPTs and slides. Then it has lecture transcripts. Then practice assignment solution, graded assignment solutions. Then screencast codes are there. Okay. Then here it has one tab, solve with instructor source code. So whenever the instructors are taking the live sessions, we will be having some sort of code, or we will be referring to certain documents. So you will find out all those codes, resources and documents inside this folder. Okay, then there is one more tab as best recorded live sessions. Like we have taken so many sessions, there are so many terms, and throughout we have taken so many sessions, so we have collected some of the best sessions so that you can refer to, so that we have compiled inside this tab. Okay, you can refer to this also. As I said, from week 2 onwards, we have lab assignments. Okay, in week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have these lab assignments. So basically you have to do 3 lab assignments out of these 7. So compulsorily you will have to do 2 from these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and week 7th lab assignment is compulsory. So in total you have to do 3 lab assignments. Okay, then there is a tab of for answer key for exam. Okay, so here the answer keys will be released. Okay, now regarding the syllabus for quizzes, so you will have quiz 1, quiz 2, and end term exam. Quiz 1, the syllabus will be weeks 1 to 4. For quiz 2, the syllabus will be from weeks 1 to 8. And then for end term exam, the syllabus will be from weeks 1 to 12. Okay, so this is just sort of a basic overview for this course. As we will start off with the sessions, we will see these things in more detail. Okay, that's it from my side. Any questions? I think we can go ahead with Mat 2. Other sir, over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Shivani. So just give me a minute. I'll share my screen and we'll take this forward. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. I just opened the front end. So very similar to how Shivani has explained, we also have the second part of this application development, which is what is called as MAT2. Now, why do we have this separated out into two different sections? Is because we cover the two different aspects of application development into these courses. So the first part covers the backend development related to creation of backend database connectivity, etc. And the second part deals with the front end development, right? So everything that is related to front end, starting with JavaScript, as basic as JavaScript, and then moving on to a framework. That is what we covered in. That is what we cover in MAT2 course. All right. So very similar to every other course, the entire course is also divided into 12 weeks. And about the course introduction, just a minute, taking some time to load. Let's say we'll do the. Just give me a minute. We'll go to the correct link. All right. So as you can see, the entire module is divided into 12 weeks, and along with that, we have some introduction, which is very much related to very similar to AppDev course. So the professors for the AppDev 1 and AppDev 2 course are the same, right? So Dr. Nitin has been the professor, and it is followed by Dr. Tejas Jain, who has been a technical advisor for the course. All right. Now the entire course is again divided into 12 weeks, and the different weeks cover different aspects of the front end development. Right. So we start off with the basics of JavaScript. So the first and second week, as you can see, the first and second week completely covers various aspects of JavaScript. What do we need to know as far as the course is concerned? And right, so first week, second week, we'll see all the intricacies of JavaScript. And from the week 3 onwards, we will start off with the front-end framework that we are going to use in the course, right? So the front-end framework that we use here is going to be Vue.js. Now, depending on the availability, we will use either Vue 2 or Vue 3. The entire, so these are the versions of the front-end framework that we are going to use. Vue 2 is towards the end of the line, but the entire course is recorded in Vue 2. So we will be covering both the Vue 2, and wherever there is a change required, when it comes to development and everything, we will cover that part in Vue 3. Right. So the live sessions kind of are based on the content, and the content is developed on Vue 2. This is just for your information. All right. Now, coming from week 3 to week 4, we will deep dive further into something called as components, which is a very important component when it comes to front end development. And how do we create components of an application? At this point, when you are, for the students who are taking AppDev 1 for the very first time, all these things will be very new to you. So it does not matter at this point if you're not very clear of the things, but later on, as we move forward with the course, it will become a lot clear. All right. And coming to the week 5, we will have some other important parts of the from the frameworks, which is what is called as Vue.js lifecycle. Now, this will kind of help you how to do certain tasks or certain activities at different stages of the application loading, right? So probably you might not be very good at development at this point, but you may have used a lot of web applications or websites, right? So you see that certain things get loaded at certain period of time into the application, right, or into the website. So how are these loaded, when are they triggered, all those things are then covered into this Vue.js life cycles. All right. And then again, we will come back to JavaScript. So where we left off with JavaScript in week 2, we will come back to JavaScript with some advanced concepts like promises, async await, then something very an important concept which is very crucial when it comes to app dev 2, because we need to connect our front end with the back end, right? So there is this called as fetch API. This is something that we will see quite in detail, and also its alternatives when it comes to development. All right. Then moving on to week 6 onwards, we will see a very important concept called a routing. Okay, so you need to navigate from one page to the other. You may have seen this in multiple websites. Now how that navigation happens is quite in detail covered in this chapter. All right, moving on to week 7, we'll give you basics of state management. So at this point, whenever we create an application or any code for that matter, we create some variables for that code, right? So the some data with respect to that code is written probably at the top or at any point in the code, right? So very similar to that, any application at any point also has a variables or some set of data, which is what is called as initial state, right? So this initial state and managing this initial state is what is called as state management, right? Again, if not relevant at this point, but it will make more sense when we go further into the course. Then there is a concept called single file components, which we will see quite in detail. Then coming to week 8, we will then I want this to play. Yeah, coming to the week 8, we will see that how do we actually connect our front end to the back end, right? So in the AppDev 1 course, you will be creating a lot of backend. You will be using a very similar backend to that in AppDev 2 course. At the same time, using that backend and connecting it with the front end, how to do that will be covered in week 8 onwards. So we will come to some advanced concepts of backend development again at the later part of this course, right? So week 8, week 9, 10, and 11 are dependent on that, right? So you will see things like uh, backend jobs, security, caching. So all these terms may have you may have heard of all these terms, but how do you actually implement that into a real application, and how do you work with this application will be covered in this, right? So in short, if I put or if I talk about AppDev 2, it is a course largely dependent on front end development with some important and advanced backend concepts that would come beyond in the later part of the course, right? So week 9 to week 11 is completely dependent on that. Then coming to the assessment, it is going to be very similar to the AppDev 1 course. You will be having 2 quizzes and 1 end term, followed by some programming assignments. AppDev 1 has this component of programming lab assignments, but we don't have so many lab assignments in AppDev 2. We will have some programming assignments, which will be more clear when we get into details of it. All right. Very similar to that, we will be providing you mock unit, which will give you a glimpse of how quiz 1 or quiz 2 look like and how questions come in quiz 1 and quiz 2, right? Then there are supplementary content where we add everything that is supplementary to the course. For example, lecture slides, screencast codes, live session codes, the codes taken by instructors, the codes taken by TAs, all those things are put here. And again, similar to that, we also have this component of best live sessions, where you have all the good live sessions which we feel should be provided to the students at any point. So you will be having access to that throughout the course, right? So you can always refer to these sessions if you are stuck at any point, rather than going to the entire YouTube and finding the things there. So you will have everything put here. Okay, so that is all about the course. Together, the application development 1 and development 2 will comprise of web development in general, right? So starting from HTML all the way till sending a mail with the help of HTML is with the help of Python and backend is what we are going to see in both these courses. Okay, so I'll be open to questions. If you have any questions at this point, you can just raise your hands, and if not, we'll move to the next course. Okay, I think that is pretty much it. So if there are no more queries, we'll move to the next course.
Okay, so I'm sharing the system command. So, okay, so my screen is visible and am I audible, right? Anyone
Yes,
confirm?
sir, you are.
Okay. So system command. So professor is Gandham Pani Kumar, at professor at IIT Madras, and instructor are Atul, myself Subhendu, Hemalata, Apnan, Satya sir, and Sayan. And what will be the week wise concept? So first week is basically launching the Linux basic command file system hierarchy, inodes, links, all like basic of Linux. And second will be like command line editors, networking, and SSH like BI editors, then Emacs editors, all the editors will be learned. And third week, you learn about the process like Linux process management, combining commands and file pipes and redirection and software management. You learn in the week 3. Week 4, it's all about the pattern matching, regular expression, and graph. So like week 4 you learn about the pattern matchings, then regular expression, graph, e-graphs, and all the things we learn. And next week, like cell variables, cell index, associative arrays, array manipulation, assigning commands and their output, and to select. So week 5 all about the cell variable. And week 6 like command line utilities like find, then Mac, archive, introduction to bash scripts, all the things we'll learn in the week 6. And week 7 is all about the like we'll start the basic like scripting part. So basic script like while loop, for loop, test commands, if statement, case statements, all the things we'll learn in the week 7. Next we learn about the that automation about the scripting, right? So we learn about the cron tab, then set script. Next week all about the awk script. So we learn all the things about the awk script. And week 10 all about the version control system like GitHubs and all the things we learn like hardware, then managing like storage and prompt strings. Then what will be the evaluation mechanism? So like from our side virtual machines will be provided, so you can access through your like using SSIs. Then bi-weekly programming test will be conducted on the VM, so BPT, so it will be conducted on the VM, and there will be one OPP, so you'll get the 2 chance. So if you fail in the first attempt, you'll get the another attempt, that is like you'll get 2 attempt. Then there will be one quiz and one attempt will be there for no, VPTs are not proctored, so that is like you'll will that setup assignment will be in the VM like within 7 days. So you have to solve within the 7 days, right? And support. So there will be 2 live sessions. That instructor. There will be 2 instructor live session, and there will be 2 to 3 TS session will be there, right? So and discussion forum is there, and log into course VM will provide the support. If you are not able to log into the course VM, you can join the instructor sessions or TS session you can join. Yeah, so VM access will be the via SSH, so you have to log in through the SSH. Yeah, that's it. Any doubt in the system command? Yeah, there is no quiz in the system command. Any other doubt? Yeah, you can use the main page in the OPP. So OPP will be conducted in the VM. So you can use the main page in the OPP. Yeah. Yes, it will be the same as the last pattern. Yeah, correct. Any other question? Okay, so we can proceed to the next course.
I think all course done. Any spending?
will be allowed to the customize out VMBTC during. I did not understand your question. Could you please customize out VM means?
If you want, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. You can raise your hand first.
Yeah, Aditya, you can ask. Sorry,
Okay.
unmute the.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so my question was that, like you just said, we'll be SSHing into the virtual machine, and there the program, the examination and all would be conducted, right?
Yeah, correct.
So each student would be assigned a single virtual machine for the entirety of the course. Is that right?
No, no, there will be like so one virtual machine will be there. So different account will be there. So for you, there will be different account.
Okay, sir. And the storage would be persistent. Like for example, if we will have to use Vim or Nano or something like that, and other
Yeah,
command line tools also, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. So if we make some adjustment or modifications to that, would they be persistent across the assignments, or would we have to do it every time we get a new assignment?
No, no. So whenever it will be created your account, right? That time you can do.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah,
Got it. Thank you, sir.
yeah. Any other question? So if you have any doubt, you can just ask. So difficulty of OPP-based lecture videos, are they enough or need to know more about the Linux? So like solve all the question assignment in the VM, solve all the practice programming question, graded programming questions, and solve all the BPT. And lecture was the lecture of professor video. It will be enough. Any other doubt in system count? Yeah, you can ask only that. That is a tactical session is going on. So we are only like clarifying the subject related doubt, not the like support related.
Sir, I had a doubt regarding MAT 2 project. May I ask that?
Yes, you can ask. Others?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, sir. Sir, so in the MAT 2 project, as I understand, in each term, we also have the option to build upon the MAT 1 project that we had completed in the previous term, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, okay, sir. So, if we go, like, if we want to start out a little early, so if we go based on the milestones and the documents of the previous term, which
Hmm.
had the same project statement, so in
Mhm.
this term also, that would be an option, right?
Yeah, fine. So you can, if you have access to the, the existing question statement, which will be there for this, which was there last term, and which will be there for this term also. The project document, question statement, everything remains the same. The milestone document and everything remains the same. So you can refer to that.
Okay, sir. So the document for the project statement and all would remain exactly same as the previous term.
Right. Yeah. For the
Got
question
it.
statement, if yeah, so that's what only for the one that was there in the last term and being continued, right? So for MAT2, you know that there are two question statement. One that is introduced along with MAD1, and one that is taken forward with for the previous term for MAD1, right? So if you have done, let's say, a project on MAD1, some question statement, the same question statement will be followed in the next meaning it will be followed to the MAT2. So you can use that. It's just that you need to have access to the question statement and everything of MAT2, because these are version 1 and version 2, right? So you need to have access to version 2. If you have access to that, you can safely work on it. No issues.
Okay, sir. And just one more question, sir. So last term we had that parking app statement for MAD 1 and for MAD 2
Right.
as well. So this term also we'll be having an option of that, right? But sir,
Yeah, yeah,
it's in by no means compulsory to build upon the same project, right? We can give a fresh start also.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
So I think there's a question on Java. Basically, the for the Java, both things will be there, right? So this session is also recorded, so you can refer to this session when the Java was explained in superficially. So that also you can see, and along with that, you also have the recording where we go into details of the orientation, right? So what is going to be there in the course and everything. So that will have the complete presentation where we have everything tabularized, and then you also have this small session where we have given an introduction. So since both the things are recorded, you can refer to that if you have joined it. YouTube link, I think it will be available to you. Not sure, I don't have the access. Yeah, right. So this is the YouTube link. This is live stream, right? So I can share from there also. Yeah, so this is the YouTube link. You can refer to this.
Yeah, you can search for YouTube release name in the YouTube that you will get. And yeah, you can do foundation level course along with this, uh, but you have to check if you can repeat those courses. Is there any doubt related to course, or we should wind up? We'll wait for a few minutes, and then if there is no doubt, we can just wind this up. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Yeah, thank you guys. Uh, hope you get a good subject in this term and hope you do well. Thank you. Bye. You can leave them.